Hey, so we are live. Okay, we are live. Let me check the camera. Okay, so we are live. Day one, new project. Okay, so day one of a stream series, which is has a kind of a funny name because I have no plan B. This is about me building the first software as a service, as to say, which I will deploy and make it live. And this is coming from my personal investigation on the product which I'm planning to build, meaning that this product, I see it in a way that I identified some things in the topic of content creation which would be really helpful to me. So I looked at the things which are missing, and I try to build something that will be helpful for me, and I think hopefully helpful for other people, and in the content creation, especially I think for small YouTubers in the beginning of the journey. So yeah, this will be the content creation YouTube assistant tool using AI I'm planning to build, which, let's see, hopefully will be really useful. So this is the day one. I have streamed a couple of projects, small ones, before, where I tested out how Cloud Code works, how other AI agents work. How can I use them in building some things? And yeah, I kind of tested out. I built small projects like a UFC. I enjoy UFC predictor and a real estate app. And yeah, I was kind of thinking, which is the app that I would like to build, that I can and would like to deploy and ship it and potentially gain subscribers. Actually, I tried many different ideas and basically anything could work. There's no such thing that you need to have some unique idea, I think, make it stand out and gain users. Anything could work. So yeah, I decided to go with this because this is the tool which, if I had, would make my life easier. So let's see. Yeah, hopefully it will do good to other people. Yeah, and it will be interesting because and exciting because there are a lot of interesting things which I have right now no idea how will it work. I have not pre-planned everything. I have some backlog of ideas and features which I want to do, and I didn't pre-plan everything because this is kind of a build in public series, so I will be building my app in the public. So I thought it would be interesting for people to see also how I'll brainstorm some ideas and tools, you know. So I decided to go this route. Of course, I could pre-plan everything and just do it like that. But yeah, I mean, it will be cool, I think. Interesting. Challenging. Over the 2 weeks or 15, like 2 weeks, I streamed. Over the past 2 weeks, I gained a lot of knowledge, like new tools, and which was surprising to me. They were coming from different people who were watching my streams and commenting. I say it was surprising because right now like I have like a little bit subscribers, like 400. I just gained 40 subscribers over like 3 weeks, and still not many people watching streams, but whoever watched, like they engaged in chat and they recommended me some cool stuff, which was really helpful to me. I use them now all the time when building something, and yeah, that's what makes it exciting, that I'm gonna build a product. This will take some time, plus I'm approaching it in a way that it's not just blindly vibe coding and trusting AI. I want to approach this like in a way, plan and look into the code, you know. So I kind of know my code base and it's structured, and not blindly. I'm not more focused that much on the speed of shipping it. I'm kind of trying to focus also a bit more about exploring. Also, if people will be watching, they also like see the workflow. I also engage in new workflows, new studies, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the plan. And yeah, I mean, that sounds exciting to me, and yeah, I guess that's the plan. Yeah, and what else to mention? Yeah, I think that's it for now, like, and yeah, I'll be sharing my thought process, my ideas during live streaming. So yeah, I have not even set up the project yet, the repository, and yeah, the product is basically it's about, I mentioned already, kind of a YouTube assistant, AI assistant. So nowadays, what do we have? Everything is being built upon AI, and a million like I think most of the products nowadays using AI are just middleware or wrapping the same product some layers, you know. So I'm thinking to combine useful tools for content creation. This is specifically targeted YouTube, so a lot of tools all in one place. Basically, that's the idea. So I will set up a repository here, and I have a vague MD file, which is the idea about the project. Saying vague meaning that I have not pre-planned everything, the approach, the architecture, everything. So I will be doing this on the way. Now I just want to make sure that the camera screen is visible. I think this. Okay, so okay, so I hope the music is not too monotone. Where it is. Switch it. Lower it down. Okay, so yep, I'll start maybe initiating a repository. I want to push it up. Yeah, the name is just View Frenzy for now on. I came up with this name, View Frenzy. Okay, so yes, there's show that it's still empty. Okay, so yeah, I need to just prepare the specifications file, markdown file. Yeah, I'll set up Next.js, I guess. I'm not sure about it actually. How will it be better? I need to discuss with Claude. I'll start kind of brainstorming ideas right now. So running init with Claude as usual, and actually I heard it's not good running init on a big project. It's a lot of tokens. It wastes a lot of tokens, but I have not delved deep into the theory of why. Just heard a lot of recent people commenting on that. Okay, so yeah, let's run the init, then I'm gonna run the brainstorm. I just want to today talk about basic setup of project. What tools will be needed. I want to consider like all the necessary stuff for the beginning. Tests also, the architecture. So architecture and maybe skills and rules, like everything I want to approach in a way that will be defined in the beginning. So I will not have a problem when Claude starts coding and to hit some stupid implementations where he just puts everything in one file, uses like any types on like and all the stupid stuff that Claude usual AI does. I just want to get rid of it by defining everything first. Hey Andrews, what's up? I'm building YouTube assistant, AI YouTube assistant to help. This tool will be for content creators, specifically beginner small YouTubers. So this assistant will help with starting a YouTube channel with a lot of tools and yeah, helping with all the things. For example, I started this channel, I have like just a beginner 400 subscribers. All the tools I find that it is hard, I want to kind of combine everything so it will make work easier. So yeah, the idea is that, and I'm planning to start streaming it, and during the stream then figure out my progress and plan and try to kind of build something useful. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, today I'm just approaching the project setup and planning the approaches. I'll be using AI, Claude, sometimes Google, and yeah, just want to plan architecture today and the approach. So we have CloudMD, the project overview, its current implementation status, where to find the design, implementation docs, tech stack. Okay, comments, the server, Prisma. So we have a CloudMD file. We have not installed anything yet. It is, I don't need actually. I want to understand the usage. So okay, usage is not what I want. I want to check the context. How much context did it take for just initializing? Hey, Ericos, I'm paying $100 subscription. I have Claude Max, so $100 subscription. Okay, so for initialization, it used 26% of the context. Basically, it initialized MCP tools, custom agents, skills, messages, free space. $33,000 tokens. Okay, Notion, MCP tools, custom agents, AI Notion. So I have these MCP tools. I have the skills, Notion. Get comment. Why did it even implement this AI Notion? So that's where it goes. The tokens during initialization stage. Plugin, superpower, skills. Okay. Built-in MCP, always visible. Okay, so I have a Notion connected as MCP, which I may not need. So I need to later check on that and try to remove it if it's unnecessary, because I think it's wasting a bit tokens. Okay, so now I need a plan mode actually, and I will clear the context anyways, because clear. Okay, entering plan mode. Okay, so you have set up the markdown files, CloudMD, and I also have like design markdown file for the app, and I want to discuss the tech stack for this app, the pros and cons. I see you suggested Next.js for this, and how scalable is that, and why do you think Next.js is good for this and not, let's say, something else like having front end, back end separately? We need to consider everything, how complex, how big the project will be, how scalable it will be, and what is the perfect stack, like technical stack for it, and the reasonings of why you think that is better. So I need you to help me plan. Okay, so I send this prompt. I think it should automatically implement skill brainstorming. But let's see. If it doesn't, then I can use it a bit manually, like later. But if it does, I think it will show up here that it's using the skill brainstorm. Okay, so is the music too loud or no? I think it's fine. Okay, so good question. I read through both your specs. So why Next.js was chosen and where it makes sense? If you plan to use just AI, I would recommend you to check Overstory plus Beats. Okay, let me check actually. What is that? So GitHub Overstory. Is this the one? GitHub Overstory. I found this, the Beats Revolution, how I built a to-do system that AI agents actually want to use. Also, So it's about, I think, the long-term memory, right? I saw it somewhere, I think. Long-term memory for the AI, because it can't keep up with the markdown files or something like this. Bits. First one. Okay, this one. This one. Multi-agent orchestration for AI coding agents, pluggable runtime adapters for Cloud Code. Okay, cool. Our story turns a single coding session into multi-agent team by spawning workers. Okay. Okay, this looks interesting. So it turns agent sessions into orchestrated workers. Each agent runs isolated Git work tree. Okay, inter-agent messaging is handled by custom SQL mail system. Which type protocol? Okay. Okay, this sounds interesting. I'll definitely check this out. I wonder how it is different from the teams that Cloud Code added. You know, the teams that's kind of the same idea that spawns different agents with one tech lead, like here, and they kind of communicate with each other. Yeah. Okay, so I'll definitely check this one today. Anyways, I'm just planning a stage. I will definitely also after the stream look into this. This looks useful. So yeah, thanks for advice. I will definitely check this. Hopefully it will help, and it seems that it will. Okay. So many cool stuff. So yeah, where was I? So I'm at the point where I'm just trying to understand why does Claude suggest Next.js for this, because nowadays it seems like Claude, whatever you're building, it immediately like tells you, okay, Next.js. So yeah, let's see. I want to kind of debate why is it good to use Next.js for this. Not sure about Cloud Teams. Yeah, I mean, Cloud Teams is new stuff. Like with a month ago, when 3 weeks ago, when Opus 4.6 got released, they implemented this new feature, which is teams. You can spawn a team in the terminal session, and idea is the same. It kind of orchestrates. But I will compare it with this repository, so let's see how it will differ from it. But I have not used it yet, Teams, because I have not built a big project yet, which would need spawning a team. But now this one could be the one. So yeah, let's see. So the design doc list, full stack, server side, API routes. This will be, yes, that's a valid MVP argument. Real trade-offs, where Next.js genuinely fits in this project. Landing page, Next.js excels here. Okay, I agree. Dashboard is also good. API routes let you ship authentication, YouTube sync, chat endpoints without separate backend. Agree. Single code base, single deploy. I agree. For cell integration, also agree on that. Now, where the Next.js gets uncomfortable for Forge specifically. Forge is the name of the app, which is not already, it's changed, but yeah, initially it was written Forge in the Markdown. It is now View Frenzy. So server side server side SSE streaming SSE streaming for AI chat Vercel serverless functions have timeouts. Code responses can take time, especially with large contexts. You'll hit timeout walls. Okay, so Next.js gets uncomfortable to forge. Okay, to for AI chat. Cron jobs, your design calls for cron endpoints. Cron job design calls for cron endpoints. Okay, so cron job could hit some problem. YouTube data sync pulling analytics for hundreds of users is background job. Serverless functions are not great for batch processing. Each function invocation is isolated and time limited. The live chatbot, this is fundamentally incompatible with serverless. Calling YouTube live chat every 3-5 seconds for a 2-hour stream requires persistent process. You cannot do this on Vercel. Yeah, okay, for implementing live chatbot. Cost at a scale. Cost at the scale Vercel charges per function invocation with crons running every 2 hours across hundreds of users. Plus streams for chat, plus YouTube API calls. Vercel cost can spike fast. $20 month VPS could handle what? Okay, so VPS could handle for $20 and $200. Vercel could do it for $200. The real question: how big will this get? This what comes down to. Let me frame two scenarios. MVP to validate the idea. So Next.js on Vercel is perfect. Ship fast, iterate fast. Don't over-engineer. Limitations won't bite you yet. You can always migrate later. Scenario B: scaling beyond MVP, 500 user plus. Serverless model starts breaking. You'll need a persistent server for live chatbot, background job processing for data sync, WebSocket support for real-time features, more control over infrastructure. Alternative architecture. Okay, so I have a couple of questions now. Not to forget, I will write it down. The question is, as I understand it, it's suggested that so deploying on Next.js, deploying on Vercel would work until hitting 500 or more users. That's the question. How hard will it be migrating? Let's say if the users are more, are growing number. Laravel maybe. Okay, it's just I have no experience with Laravel. Yeah, it's a PHP framework, yeah. But it's fine, I guess. How hard will it be to migrate? Also, another question maybe to ask: is it possible to separate having Next.js for the UI and the AI chat, and building tools like AI YouTube chatbot on a different repository, on different language? For example, I don't know, Python or whatever will be a better language for it. Okay, so cost at scale. Also, if private VPS will cost $20 per month, why would I choose Vercel over it? And as I understood, Vercel will cost more. Why would it cost more? What benefits does it have over private VPS? The live chatbot. Okay, so cost at scale. Vercel charges per function invocation with crons running every 2 hours across hundreds of users. Plus YouTube API calls. Okay. How big will this get? Alternative architectures. Next.js monolith. The current plan. Fastest to ship, single code base, serverless. The cons are serverless limits, costly at scale, can't do long-running tasks. Okay. Next.js frontend, separate API server, Express Fastify. Actually, Express Fastify, I like this idea because I'm a good experience myself with Express Fastify. Of course, I can actually let AI build on some different language, Laravel, for example. I don't think it will cause me more problems since I don't know. I haven't used Laravel, but I will still understand what it is writing because the concept is the same of programming. So, but yeah, I would prefer if Express or Fastify as a backend that would make more sense. What are the pros and cons? Okay, let's say if we have Express or Fastify. Best of both worlds. Server-side rendering a landing page. Okay. Persistent backend for cron streaming live chat. 2 things to deploy and manage. Cons. And this is, I think, not that big of a problem. Yes, of course, you want more scalability and more flexibility. And yeah, so I think one Next.js repository, it's like tightly coupled, you know, like everything in one place. It's kind of a, yeah, I think so. So 2 things to deploy is not of a big issue. Okay, what's an approach? Next.js background worker. Keep the monolith, add small worker service for cron background jobs. Added complexity but solves the serverless timeout problem. Okay, so I want to understand how big is the serverless timeout problem. Please describe. And actually, based as I mentioned, I have the features in my markdown file, which are not final. These are the general ideas which I will work on during the live streams and progress. But based on what we have right now, on feature ideas we have right now in markdown file, how much of them require background workers? What features will require that, to be specific? Okay. Svelte kit, lighter, faster, similar to Next.js. Similar ecosystem, you need to learn it. Svelte kit. Yeah, I just forgot what language. What is this? Is this JavaScript also? I think it's JavaScript or. Yeah, it's a framework built on top of Svelte JavaScript framework. Components are using superset of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Svelte itself, its compiler produces highly optimized vanilla JavaScript code at build time. Okay, cool. Okay, so Svelte is one of the options. So the React single page application plus no specified API. But so instead of Next.js frontend, it offers to do React and Node.js Fastify. Full control, persistent server, no serverless limits. Full control, persistent server, no serverless limits. No server side rendering for landing page or edit separately. Slower to ship. Slower to ship. For you specific room, I need to understand your priorities. Ship fast, migrate, architecture growth, balanced approach. I want to build it once and not have to re-architect major pieces. I'm willing to invest more upfront. Okay, I'll chat about this. I'll type my questions, but it has actually a million questions queued. So it used the brainstorming skill, I guess. So I'm just thinking and about the questions I have here. Based on feature which will require workers. Yeah, the least option I like is Next.js and background workers. I like Next.js and separate API server. Svelte kit I don't want. And React and Node.js specify full control. What's the difference? Like, okay, I know that Next.js offers server-side rendering. Okay, so I want to understand the difference between if I choose React plus Node versus Next.js plus Node. If Next.js only offers me, if Next.js combination only offers me server-side rendering, I think I would go with React. Please compare options Next.js plus API server and React plus Node. Actually, Next.js Node, React Node. Okay, these are my questions. Actually, I will ask this here in the to Opus in the chat of Cursor. So I want to ask you about architecture of this project. Switch to plan mode. Okay, I just wonder, since it asked questions here, I'll go through this chat. So priority, what's your priority? I don't want to ship fast, I want architect for growth. I want to build it once and not have to re-architect. I'm willing to invest more time upfront. Yes. Are you building this solo or do you have a plan to have other developers working on this? Actually, yeah, no, solo. I'm just going solo for now. Live chat bot. How important is the live chat bot to your vision? This feature fundamentally conflicts with serverless architecture. Okay, I just it's not important feature. It's more like additional tool. Additional tool. Why does it conflict with serverless architecture? That's my question. Does conflict with? What's your deployment preference? Vercel managed? I want zero config. I want zero config deploys managed infrastructure. I'm okay paying more for convenience. So basically Vercel is more like a convenience tool. I'll go. I want to Sibaya. Hello. Hi bro, what's up? I want to discuss pros and cons, and the cost, and the cost of each option. Okay, submit answers. Okay, so I read through. Yeah. So this one is kind of already, or it's asking the questions. View plan. Okay, let's view the plan. Here's the plan. Okay, so Vercel scalability. It can work for the MVP. And then early growth. So up to 200, 300 users, which is not anytime soon, I guess. But starts breaking up plus 500 pro users due to cron job processing, not request handling. Where it works fine, serving pages, dashboards, static assets, Vercel CDA handles this effortlessly for thousands of users. Individual API request, chat, YouTube sync, goals, CRUD. Each request is one serverless function invocation, fine for 500 users. Okay, understood. So there'll be serverless functions which invoke calls to APIs or AI, YouTube. Okay, Stripe webhooks, simplifies, no issues. Okay, AI chat streaming, Vercel Pro supports 3 milliseconds or seconds streaming responses, which is enough for cloud responses. Okay, where it breaks the killer is cron jobs that iterate over all users. Or crons has a daily check-in AM, iterates all pro users, cloud calls, API for each, and push notifications. So basically what this is this AI assistant will be interactive. It will, I want the idea to be, it will message the users by itself and ask for the progress. It will ask how things are going, to track the progress, to engage more users into the work. So, and actually it will be configurable in the beginning. Maybe someone does not want to get notifications. So it will be configurable, but let's say user chose, so they want to get active assistant and engage and write them first. So this is what Vercel gonna have problem, as I understood, the cron jobs, because let's say there will be 4 crons, like daily check-ins in the morning. AI will iterate through all the users, calls cloud API for each, send push notifications. Weekly review, Monday 10 a.m. iterates, okay, Inactivity nudge 6 p.m. iterates all users, checks upload dates. So it'd be checking, like, let's say user like has a plan, I'm gonna upload or I'm gonna finish my video like today at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So it will check on the progress. No, what's up? How did it go? Did you deploy? Did you finish the progress? Because I feel like when I am working on my thing, like I have something planned, and plus it's hard in the beginning. I have read many like stuff, so other people experience same thing. So it kind of would be cool if it's being active and checks on the user. So it's a cron job, and Vercel is struggling. I don't know why, but that's what it's written, that it struggles. Each cron is one serverless function invocation with this timeout limits. Vercel plan timeout 10 seconds. 60 seconds, 60 seconds. Okay, on a pro subscription. So estimated processing time per user per cron. Okay, daily check-ins, 3-5 seconds. Load weekly review 5-10 seconds. What is the seconds? I don't fully get, but does not matter for now. I think add 500 pro users with 60-second timeout. Okay, 500. Workaround within Vercel. Fan out pattern. The cron function does not process users directly. Instead, it enqueues individual per user function call using something like upstash, qstash. Okay, so it's extra complexity, extra service, extra price to pay. Workaround within Vercel. So. But again, this problem is not in the nearest future, because it says it's like if you have more than 500 users, which is not that fast. So the question I asked is how scalable it will be. Let's say somewhere in some future you got like a lot of users, and let's say you want to migrate without breaking the functionality and breaking all the stuff. Well, no. Okay, how hard is migration? That's the question. Medium. Here, what stays, what changes? Easy to migrate, stays the same. Database, no problem to migrate. Prisma ORM works on any Node.js host. Auth works in any Node host. Cloud API calls. Just HTTP request portable. YouTube API integration. Okay. Stripe. Everything. Just webhook changes. Nothing else. Audio business logic in Lib, fully portable. Needs reviewing, rewriting. Cron jobs. Vercel cron jobs are just HTTP endpoints triggered by Vercel scheduler. On VPS, you switch to Node cron. Build MAQ with Redis. Full MAQ with Redis or system cron tab. The handler logic stays. Okay. Cron jobs. Actually, I have used cron jobs a lot of time on Node, and it's not a bad option. So Vercel specific config, middleware, image optimization. Okay. Deployment pipeline, Vercel auto deploys. Yeah, that's the big issue. Vercel auto deploys pipelines, stuff like that. It's managed pretty easily. On VPS, you need to CI, CD, GitHub Actions, Docker. Yeah. Docker will be needed. Realistically, 1-2 days of work to migrate your plan architecture correctly from day one. The biggest effort is setting the up with VPS. Okay. So basically, I don't see any hardship in migration, and 1-2 days is not a problem. A good problem to have is a lot of users that Vercel cannot handle. So this is not a problem, I think. Hey, X6Y, what are you doing this for? What are you doing this for? Like, not the corporate answer. This I'm doing, building an app, SaaS, you know, day one. I am in the planning phase, gonna plan and work on this. And yeah, I will build something that I find useful, first of all for myself, and then hopefully for the people. Yeah, whoever decides that it will help them with their YouTube. This is basically a YouTube helper, like a YouTube assistant, AI coach, or something like this. So yeah, now I'm just debating with AI the approaches, the tech stack, so all the necessary stuff. I'm planning to plan this in a way and be involved in the, I will be using AI for building, but I want to be involved and set up everything in a way that code is clean, less bugs and stuff like that, you know, and not blindly building, you know, not that code is a black box and you're not looking into it and stuff like that. And not a weekend project that gets shipped in 2 days. It will be like, it will take time, and I'm not in a hurry for this because I want it to be production ready to ship and quality wise. So if I ship it, it will be quality, it's built in public, so people will see the quality and not some scammy type just wrap around, you know, stuff around AI and stuff like that. So separating UI from AI backend, different repos and languages, absolutely possible, actually recommended for this project. Here's why and how. Okay, let's see what it draw. Front-end repo 1, Next or React single page application, dashboard, chat, UI. Okay, HTTP REST, a backend API will be REST or GraphQL, auth service, YouTube sync service, AI chat service, and backend will be connected to background workers, same repo or repo 3. Cron jobs, event scanner, video analyzer, live chat bot. Okay, Redis queue. Okay, background workers. So this is the approach. Which language for the backend? YouTube API libraries, Node.js, Python. Python is great for YouTube API. Cloud API, it has official Node.js package, and Python 2, and arguably Python is better for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, okay. Async background jobs, better tested at scale, solid. Live chatbot polling works fine. Asyncio is excellent for this. So for live chat bot building, Python is better. I was suspecting that. Shared types with frontend. TypeScript, same language, share type, needs separate API contract, open API. Okay. AM ML ecosystem limited, far superior if you add video and all. Okay, so Python thrives if it's like video analysis, stuff like that. Actually, I don't need video analysis for now, so I guess Node.js option would be cool. It will not analyze video, it will just analyze the transcript from the videos or the stream. So okay, recommendation if you're staying in JavaScript, keep backend Node.js. Okay, decided, Node.js. Why Vercel over to $20 a month VPS? Vercel actually cost at scale. Pro plan $20 a month. Serverless function included up to 1 million a month, then 60 cents per 1 million. 1 terabyte included, then okay. Cron jobs included, but with timeout limits. I need to understand what timeout limits mean on the cron jobs. No persistent processes can't run live chat, bot, event polling, or any long-running worker. Okay, that is clear. That is clear, so it's not a problem. $20 might BPS. What will it offer? 4 CPU, 8 GB RAM, 160 GB SSD. Run everything. Next.js background worker ready. No timeout limits, no per invocation, predictable monthly cost, full control. What Gen Vercel does better is developer experience. It's true. But actually, this VPS is also, I also checked lately, they offer things like connecting it with your GitHub. So I think it will do the same stuff. Global CDN, static assets and pages served from edge locations. That's true. But I think good hosting, good VPSs should also have this. Automatic scaling, if you go viral and get 10k visitors, auto scales per sale. Okay, that's pretty cool option. Like, that's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, SSL. So basically, Vercel is better if you need some like automatic taking care of your app. Because if you have VPS, you need someone like sysadmin to take care of it. If something happens, you need to fix. And Vercel kind of does it a bit more automated. So SSL domains, zero config. Okay. Zero server maintenance. No security patches, no Docker. Okay. What VPS does better? Background workers run any process. Persistent connections, live chatbot, cost predictability from control, no vendor lock-in. Okay, so this Opus is suggesting me Vercel because you are solo developer, speed matters. Actually, I didn't specify in this chat that speed is not that important, that I'm more about the quality. So let's see what will this say. But in general, from what I read, it's not a problem. I think Vercel could be better for my case because migration is not that hard and 500 user is not that soon. So make life easier, deploying on Vercel seems bit easier, maybe $20 subscription. So you don't need background workers yet. I don't need this. True. The DX boost is really meaningful during rapid development. Free chip while you have 0 to 50 users. The VPS becomes the right choice when you hit okay. So start on Vercel, migrate to backend when needed. I agree with this. How big is the serverless timeout problem? Okay, so how big is the problem? This is the single biggest architectural risk in the current plan. Okay. Features that work fine on serverless. No time at the page renders. Through the API. Stripe checkout. YouTube sync for single user. Push notification management. This works fine. Feature that are tight but workable. AI chat streaming. Clock and take. Okay, this AI chat stream is a blocker, which I will skip for now. YouTube analytics fetch for one user can take 5-10 seconds depending how many API calls. Fine on Pro. Okay. Okay, so daily checking iterates all Pro users. What's cloud for each? I don't really understand this part. Daily check-ins, weekly review, an activity nudge, event scanner. This is important. This part is important. So, but these features that require background workers, did it consider here when recommending me Vercel? That's the question. Okay, let's forget. Leave a chatbot for now. Clip a suggester, video analyzer. We will only have a transcript analyzer, so coach can recommend improvements. Also this caption generation. Okay, so the option Next.js and React, Next.js versus React with an Node.js option and Next.js full stack. So option C, so React and Node has good pros. Cons is no server-side components. It's separate, both token management, coarse configuration. And Next.js plus Node, keep Next JS for front end, worker handles all long running stuff. And share database, shared code between two services, risk of divergence. Two deployments more complex than option A, less clean than option B. Yeah. And for MVP, speed start with option A, next full stack on Vercel. When you outgrow it around V1, migrate to option B, React and plus Node, or at minimum C. Okay. Yeah, there'll be a heavy background processing. Okay, my question now will be, so there will be heavy background processing, as you mentioned, in MVP features, daily checking, weekly review in active nudge, V1.5 features like post uploads analysis, post stream. I should not have the previous one. I also V2 features. No, forget about live chatbot for now. Content calendar. Does content calendar require Notion sync, or we could create a database for our own calendar? How hard is that? What do you recommend? Trending format. So all these processes, do you think it's still worth going to Vercel and deploying with Next.js as a beginning? Let's say there could be like for a long time not many users. So is it still worth considering that this background tasks processes need to run? I didn't fully understand how Vercel handles this. So based from the features that you know will be implemented in this application, what do you think? Is it still worth beginning on Vercel and then moving to something else once the app grows? Hey, what are you building? I am building a YouTube assistant, YouTube AI assistant for YouTube content creators, specifically for beginners, small channels, to help in growing. I'm building this based on my struggles as a YouTuber with as a beginner YouTuber with a small amount of subscribers, and trying to brainstorm ideas with AI and plan the schedule when having some full-time job, and trying to understand the niche or how to approach this, how to find the style of videos and stuff like that. So something like that. This is day one. I'm just on day one having a planning session, trying to understand the technical stack which will be used on the project. And also, yeah, I'm practicing trying to use AI in a way that I'm not focusing only on shipping speed but more on quality, how to maximize the quality of the project using AI. So prompt engineering and the context engineering and all the stuff, you know, and using all the necessary tools which will help the project, managing project as a solo developer, building the project makes easier and more professional, you know. So yeah, that's the plan, because there is no plan B. So day one. So I'm talking like simultaneously with two AIs on planning. So one AI is waiting. This terminal is waiting for me for a long time already, but I want to finish with one since I asked him, like, considering all these things that it wrote, does it still suggest going with Vercel? But it asked me a question. For the content calendar V2, do you want it just to be planning, scheduling tool within Forge, our own database, or do you want to also suggest optimal posting time based on analytics? Smart calendar, plan dates and suggest optimal posting time from analytics. Smart calendar. But calendar is not the one to so what do you mean by smart calendar? Basically, I want to have the functionality of suggesting optimal posting time. That will be the coach's job to do it, but not the calendar. So basically, calendar should be there, but suggesting will be made by coach, not smart calendar. Okay, let's go. Based on hosting, okay, here we have some answer. Serverless functions work like a request comes in, function spins up, processes the request, returns response, dies. They designed for short-lived, stateless request response cycles. Okay, understood. Live chat bot needs to poll YouTube live chat every 3-5 seconds. Okay, forget about live chat bot. Persistent server is just a loop while stream is live. Simple, okay, but since you said it's not important, this is a deciding factor. Same serverless limitations apply to lesser degree. Your cron jobs, which are in your hosting options, deep comparison, Vercel, manage serverless. Okay. I read this. A railway, a manage persists how works deploy container Node.js server, runs 24/7. $20 per month. Real cost estimated scale. Okay. Pros, persistent server. Okay, Fly.io option 3. Runs your app in lightweight, close to users globally. Okay, so it's kind of also cheap option. I'll just change the music. So, by IO, I just try to understand this free-tier, shared, virtual. Okay, real cost. Cheapest option, a global edge distributed built-in Postgres, WebSocket net free-tier generous, more DevOps than Vercel, Docker file needed, community managed. Okay. Option for DigitalOcean VPS. Okay. Okay. Full control. Anything you run, anything you want. Cheapest. No timeouts. You manage everything. Update security, cell deployment. No preview. No initial. Okay. Hybrid Vercel. Front end. Okay, so based on the hosting analysis, which direction feels right to you? Vercel goes, actually Vercel goes, but here I asked the same question. Calendar is just simple planning tool. So it's suggesting that Vercel Next.js still makes sense. So live chatbot was the blocker. I removed it and it says, okay, Vercel will work for you. In guest free, 25k runs month, covers you up to pro users. Content calendar, just base table, no sync. The only reason to migrate to VPS later. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's decided the Next.js will be the option, the Next.js and Vercel. Now, on top of framework question, do you still want to discuss Next.js with alternatives separate? Next.js is fine. And the migration could be done later. What is this? Okay, so submit answers. Okay, so decided. Next.js, much easier stuff, I guess, because as a beginning, building such stuff as a solo developer, it's really easy when you just click one button and it deploys everything. Vercel, I mean, and it's super easy. So, and it handles up to 100 users for free. That's crazy. That's really generous. $20 subscription handles much better, up to 500 users, it says. So yeah, I mean, let's see. Just I'm not sure how the AI chat. Did you consider personal AI chat being handled by Vercel? Okay, so what's the plan? Okay, framework Next.js, app router, full stack capability, SSR, link by server components, reduce client.js, large ecosystem, major tooling, strong TypeScript, on job timeout, trimming, YouTube data sync, live chatbot, tech stack. Okay, TypeScript, Vercel, Postgres, ORM Prisma, out.js, AI, Entropic Cloud with prompt caching. I'll be using Gemini, I think, for it. Tailwind, ChatCN, Data API, TypeScript, Cron. No implementation changes the existing implemented plan. Task 1, project setup. So it will set up everything. Okay, so before... Okay, so... Okay, so I guess it will just set up the project. And the next step will be setting up the specifications, instructions, rules for Claude. Which will be super necessary, super important. That's the crucial step, I think. Good catch. I mentioned it briefly, but didn't go into details. The AI chat is single most important user-facing feature. How AI chat works on Vercel. User sends a message, function builds system prompt. Cold start latency. When the serverless function has not run recently, Vercel needs to spin up a new instance. Yeah, I mean, this is acceptable. So it says it will have cold start and chat will be like 1 to 3 seconds. First message, but it's not a problem because like tools like VDQ, that's a YouTube tool, if you message to its AI chat, it takes like forever until it responds, so it's not a problem. And I think the crucial part about such projects is the comfort in the UI also, how much of a comfortable it will be for users. So users kind of want to stay there, you know. It's not about what it offers, you know. For example, BTIC website, where is it? This one. vidIQ. This one is super like super cool. It is very useful. Like it will help you with a lot of stuff, but it's very technical, keyword oriented. It will help you with the statistics to see what keywords are working, this, that. But for me, this UI is not that comfortable, you know, and plus it's more like a tool, you know, not like a... The idea is different. What am I building is different. It's kind of a coach. And this is more like a tool, you know, for research and tracking the analytics. But what I mean is this UI is not that comforting for me, for example. Cow channel. But yeah, UI is really important for such type of apps. Okay, so I guess I will go a couple of minutes break and be back, and then let's proceed. But yeah, today I'm gonna end stream soon. This was the initial discussion with AI about technical stack, deciding on technical stack, and yeah, gonna be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so it proceeds installing. Yeah, I will need to set up a Neon database authentication. variables. Okay, so that's it for today. Discussed, planned the technical stack for the project for today. I will try to keep up every day streaming. The next steps is planning the architecture, setting up the skills for the AI, the rules for implementation, and planning, like designing the scalable approach for this app. And also tightly brainstorm the features to make the requirements really clear of what am I building and what will be useful for this app. So that's it for today. I will end the stream and I will most probably stream tomorrow, continue with the next steps. Thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully you will enjoy and keep participating in the stream. So yeah, that's it for today.